So I'm sitting around today watching CNN because I had a couple brain cells I needed to fry, and I happened upon this video where Don Lemon and creepy, touchy-feely Uncle Joe were walking down the street. As Uncle Joe explains how he's going to fundamentally change the face of American politics as president, he coughs a couple times in his right hand, picks at his ear, and uses the same hand to shake Don Lemon's hand. And while he's talking, it sounds like his dentures slipped a little, but that's not exactly what really caught my attention. I keep hearing Biden and others say something like this.
I think Barack did a pretty good job. No, I'm not just saying because of him. I mean, he's a friend, I get it. But the most important thing he did was we went through 8 years without one hint of scandal. Not one single solitary thing.
What you talking about?
And I find when one of the candidates says the corruption in Washington, show me where the corruption was when we were there. And that was 3 years ago. Anyway, thanks, pal.
Show me where the corruption was when we were there.
So you've got Don Lemon, the journalist, standing down like a schoolboy who's talking to his creepy grandfather. Show me the corruption, Biden says. Okay, here's just a couple off the top of my head. An increased expenditure of the military-industrial complex and a Pentagon on steroids over and above Bush is what Obama gave us. Number 2, the exponential increase of the national debt to the tune of $9 trillion, more than any other president before him combined. Number 3, the State Department email. In an effort to evade federal open records laws, Obama's Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, set up a private server which she used exclusively to conduct official business, including communications with the president and the transmission of classified material. A federal criminal investigation produced no charges, but FBI Director James Comey reported that the secretary and her colleagues, quote, were extremely careless in handling national secrets. Sounds a little bit scandalous if you ask me.
By the way, you may have seen that I recently launched a Snapchat account. I love it. I love it. Those messages disappear all by themselves.
Then there was Operation Fast and Furious coming in at number 4 off the top of my head. The Obama Justice Department lost track of thousands of guns it had allowed to pass into the hands of suspected smugglers in the hopes of tracing them to Mexican drug cartels. You know, the ones who work for the CIA. One of the guns was used in the fatal 2010 shooting of Border Patrol agent Brian Terry. Congress held then Attorney General Eric, when they go low, we kick 'em Holder.
But Michelle says that, when they go low, we go high. No. When they go low, we kick them.
In contempt when he refused to turn over documents about the operation. Number 5, how about those IRS abuses, Biden? Obama's Internal Revenue Service did something Richard Nixon only dreamed of doing. It successfully targeted political opponents. The Justice Department then refused to enforce Congress's contempt citation against the IRS's Lois Lerner, who refused to answer questions about her agency's misconduct. Then there was Benghazi coming in at number 6. Ambassador Chris Stevens and 3 others were killed in the attack on a U.S. diplomatic compound in Libya. With less than 2 months to go before the 2012 election, the State Department, under Hillary Clinton, falsely claimed the attack was not a terrorist attack, but a reaction to an anti-Muslim YouTube video. Emails from the secretary later showed that she knew the attack was terrorism. Justice Department prosecutors even convinced a magistrate judge to jail the filmmaker. But what difference at this point does it make, right, Hillary?
What difference at this point does it make?
Number 6, how about the hacking, creepy Uncle Joe? Obama presided over the biggest data breach in the federal government's history at the Office of Personnel Management. The hack exposed the personnel files of millions of federal employees and may end up being used for everything from identity theft to blackmail and espionage. OPM Director Catherine Archuleta, the president's former political director, had been warned repeatedly about security deficiencies but took no steps to fix them. That sounds like some scandalous stuff going on there. And how about the Veterans Affairs scandal? At least 40 U.S. veterans died waiting for appointments at a Phoenix VA facility, many of whom had been on a secret waiting list, part of an effort to conceal that between 1,400 and 1,600 veterans were forced to wait months for appointments. A 2014 internal VA audit found, quote, 57,436 newly enrolled veterans facing a minimum 90-day wait for medical care. 63,869 veterans who enrolled over the past decade requesting an appointment that never happened, end quote. Even Obama admitted in a November 2016 press conference that, quote, it was scandalous what happened. Though minutes earlier he boasted that, quote, we will, knock on wood, leave this administration without significant scandal. How about this for a scandal? You know how much the healthcare.gov website cost American taxpayers? Are you sitting down for this? $1.7 billion. Yeah, for a website. So where'd all that money go, Barack? Nothing scandalous here. Just look the other way. And how about the almost $100 million Americans spent on Obama's extravagant vacations? Yeah, that's not scandalous either, is it, Uncle Joe? All of these scandals were accompanied by a lack of transparency so severe that 47 of Obama's 73 inspectors general signed an open letter in 2014 decrying the administration's stonewalling of their investigations. So let's hear that again, creepy Uncle Joe.
I think Barack did a pretty good job. No, I'm not just saying because of him. I mean, he's a friend, I get it. But the most important thing he did was we went through 8 years without one hint of scandal, not one single solitary thing. Yeah. And I find when one of the candidates says the corruption in Washington, show me where the corruption was when we were there. And that was 3 years ago. Anyway, thanks, pal.
And there you have it. Another pack of lies by a Democrat politician and a placating corporate teleprompter reader refusing to challenge his false claims. Like and share this video with everybody you know, and leave your thoughts about this for the world and the Google Thought Police in the comments section below. And I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video. Before you go, check out our new shirt designs in the shirt store. Here's the Beta Hates America design. Hell no, you're not taking my AR-15. And nobody needs an AR-15. Well, nobody needs a whiny little bitch either. And yet, here you are. And against all enemies, Democrat and Republican. There are over 90 other kick-ass designs in the store and the links in the description. Your purchase supports the message of freedom on this channel. If you get something out of this content, help me beat YouTube's censorship algorithms by liking and sharing this video. And while you're here, why not watch a couple more of my videos? Until next time, stand firm, stay vigilant, and for the sake of all that is right and good, stop giving your rights away to tyrannical psychopaths who want to destroy this country.